Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to the full drop list for this week, which is going to be week 4 of the fall winter season. And yeah, to be honest, I don't really know too much about what's going on this week because I haven't even got it open or looked at it, but we're just going to be jumping straight into it. I know that there are pieces from the lookbook, or a collection, so to speak, from the lookbook that's going to be dropping, but that's about it. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this and see whether or not I'm going to be going for something, or whether it's going to be my first skip week of the season. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so let's just basically get straight into this week. I adjusted my camera the other day, and I don't know if I've got it back to the right height, but regardless, doesn't matter. We're just going to be going straight through this and going through everything, where the top item for this week is going to be the screw pin. Whether or not this was included with the pin collection from last week, I don't know. If it was, that's kind of funny, but I'm expecting that it wasn't, and yeah, they just decided, obviously, with it being a piece coming out this season, they'd keep it separate from all of those. So yeah, I need to mute something because I'm listening to something do with The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and it's really off-putting. So it's an amazing film, but yeah, we can carry on with this week without having any pauses. So we have the Costa Porta Pro headphones up next. I haven't actually looked into these or their prices, but we might as well go ahead and do so now. So they're about 30 or 40 pounds. Some of them can be up to 70 if they're completely wireless. So on the Costa website they're 50. So I don't know, maybe not. Hopefully Supreme charge a realistic price point. Be cool. Something that I imagine someone having like a Walkman and listening to, or using to listen to. But yeah, I mean, I've got headphones and things, so it'd just be a waste for me, realistically. So moving on from that, we have the Pinup Mesh back 5-panel. I saw quite a few people talking about these, basically wanting to buy multiples, mainly or specifically in the blue and the black colorway. They do prefer, though, their prior ones, or the prior release of the Pinup Mesh back 5-panel, just because of the pure fact that it had a different color sort of to it. Basically, you'd have, say, like blue, but then the brim would be white, and you know, there'd be a little bit of a difference. It would stand out a bit more instead of it being all one. But yeah, a lot of people said they've wanted them, so yeah, I don't even know if the prior ones are even reselling, as to why they can't just like go out and pick one up or pay resell, even if it's only a little bit. But we'll take a look just to see if they are that pricey. I mean, a little bit, they're a tiny bit. I mean, are those the sale price? Okay, those are the sale prices. I mean, in the green colorway, not so much. It's probably close to retail. In the black colorway, though, it's like £90, and a couple of the other colorways are around the same price point. But it is just the difference of the main portion to it was white across all of them, and then the other aspects, or the rest of them, were just a separate color. So yeah, it's just one of those things in the end. But if you want it, you might as well pick one up or pick a couple up, you know, because it's not exactly a consistent thing that they seem to do. So yeah, we do get the pin-up imagery on like jeans and other items, but it's not so much like often, I suppose you can say, to have it on a hat. From there we have the collegiate patchwork leather hooded sweatshirt. That's a lot. Why can't it just be called a hoodie in the end? Okay, yeah, sure, go for it, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's a completely different concept. I like that it's a little bit cool. I mean, the green colorway and the grey colorway I kind of like. Maybe the black more so than those two, actually. But yeah, I'm just not a massive leather fan when it comes to designs or prints or things on clothing. It just throws me off a little bit. It's not for me, but I'm sure other people love it. We then have the Needle Punch regular jean dropping this week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did this before, and I'm still kind of hit and miss on it, personally. I mean, it is a different concept, and it is a way to obviously have Supreme, you know, as a spell out across them. But I don't know. It's just not really for me, to be honest, I don't think. And I think it's just because from a distance, it looks like they could be like gem or rhinestone, you know, type of look. That's just, from a distance looking at it, that's just the type of thing I get, and I'm just not a massive fan of that. So that's probably why I don't have the greatest of opinions for it in the end. We then have the reversible Houndstooth overcoat dropping. I'm kind of okay with Houndstooth, more so specifically in the left colorway than the right colorway. I think the left one, I don't know, there's something about it that I just like, and the fact of it being reversible is quite cool. I think that the tone is just a bit better. Black colourway looks great, but I just don't like the inside to it. The only thing that I wasn't a massive fan of in relation to this was just the fact that the Supreme spell out is quite horrific, to say the least, trying to actually see the wording. It's just not as easy as it seems. I mean, you can obviously tell that it says... Can you? I mean, there's the P, that's the U, so there's obviously a spacing. That looks like the type of S that you'd write at like primary or secondary school, like the graffiti type S with the 3 anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, it's very hard to read it. It's not very legible. It's just one of those things, and that's why I wasn't a massive fan of the back to it. It's just... yeah, it's just one of those things. We then have the Glazed Athletic short sleeve top dropping this week. It's just going to have a premium retail just because of the pure fact that it's a short sleeve top. So, We can move on to the plaid flannel shirt next. Personally, I think the black colourway is perfectly fine for this. I'm kind of hit and miss on the other two colourways, but as far as the black colourway is concerned, I think it's okay. I'm sort of more so transitioning over to the fact of like shirts and plaid shirts and things are okay to wear. I don't have a ton of them, but they're still fine to wear, sometimes just over the top, and yeah. From there we can move on to the banner short sleeve top. Same thing as the other one, it's just going to have a bit more of a premium retail purely because of the fact that it's a short sleeve top. Yeah, the banner's quite cool. It gives quite like a medieval look to it, which I'm guessing that's what they were going for. It's obviously embroidered, so that's cool. Olive colourway's nice, but overall I think that probably the navy or black stand out the best with it. So yeah, from there we have the back arc 6 panel. It's quite self-explanatory. It's a arc on the back of a 6 panel. Colourways are fine. I think black colourway is probably the best. We then have a striped cashmere beanie. I'm not a massive fan of where it sits. The only colourway that I think is probably okay is going to be the black colourway. I'm not really a fan of like a navy with a green and a white or a creamish tone, and the others just, they don't really work too well with it. So yeah, for the last couple of items this week, we have the Mark Leckie pieces, which are going to range anywhere from the Dream English set of pieces, I suppose you could say, to the green screen to the hardcore pieces. As far as the hardcore is concerned, it's from a like short, I don't know whether you call it a documentary or what, but it's like 15-ish minutes called Fiorucci Made Me Hardcore, and that's just what the images are from in the end. So you can Google it, you can look into it, sort of like a contemporary artist, British in the end. So yeah, if you don't like it, you can blame the British, you know. But yeah, that pretty much covers this week. I've just been distracted by this ad because I actually play Lost Ark, and that's kind of making me thinking I should play it now. But anyway, good old Supreme community. But yeah, that is just about going to cover this week. So it's not the most, you know, wow, dazzling, because we've had 3 weeks of really good weeks. You can't really slate any of them personally in my mind, because you go from week 1, which was great, it included a lot of amazing things. You have week 2 of the dunks alongside some pretty good items. You then have the MF Doom collab alongside quite a number of good items yet again, and obviously you can't keep things high forever. Typically, sometimes even week 1 isn't that great when it comes to Supreme, and it's just like the resale more so people care about that they can get out of it. Even week 2s in the past haven't really been that great. We've sometimes had to wait for like week 3 to like week 8-ish to get 1 or 2 really solid weeks, but we were blessed with like 3 consistently. So yeah, we'll just have to see how the rest of the season goes. Obviously, hopefully there's some good collabs coming out, but like I said, we'll see. Let me know down below whether or not you're going to be going for anything this week. I did have a couple of messages which I need to still respond to on Instagram and other platforms, which were just basically asking about sign-ups for Supreme. And if you didn't know, basically, if there is no email from Supreme saying sign up, or there is nothing on like the sign up page that you can go on to, then that will mean for that week that there won't be any sign-ups, and you can just go to the store. Basically, that's what a lot of people do. They just go in store and then queue up and wait because there isn't an actual list to sign up to. But yeah, that is going to cover this video. So thank you for watching. As per norm, let me know down below whether or not your items that you ordered last week have arrived or not. And yeah, other than that, I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.